One of them was injured from the last fight, and I was here with 200 health. I could have done so many things. I could have grenaded his base. I could have sniped him from my hideout, but I didn't. I took out my Scar, and I just destroyed him. If I did not have my 200 health, I would have died, but we got the victory royale, boys and girls. Alright, sup dudes, it's Real, and welcome back to another Fortnite video. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different because today I will be showing you guys how you guys can get your first ever Fortnite Victory Royale in solos or another solos win if you guys do not have that many. I will be completely covering and telling you guys what to do from the second that you jump off the battle bus to the second that you finally get first place in the game. I will be completely showing you guys step by step some simple tricks and tips that I wished I knew when I started playing the game, because it took me so long to get my first solo win, and it really put me down that I was getting second place, third place, getting top 5, getting so many kills, but still not winning. However, I do want to warn all of you, because if you guys do follow the way I'm going to be showing you how to get a win, you will not be able to get tons and tons of kills. You are not going to have 10 kill games, and you won't be able to show your friends some insane highlights of your kills, because you are not going to be getting more than 3 kills if you follow this way correctly. And I do want to warn you that this way will not necessarily make you a better Fortnite player, because you get better at Fortnite when you encounter more people, and following this way we're going to limit the amount of people that you encounter. But without wasting any more time, you guys want to know how to get your first solo or one of your first solo wins, and I want to show you guys the mastermind plan that I made up for you guys to succeed. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are new, and hit the bell notification icon if you guys want to see more tutorials and more epic content of Fortnite just like this. And make sure to leave a like. Let's get 20 likes for today's video. Without any further ado, let's jump right into this tutorial. Alright, so the first mistake that everybody makes is that they jump as soon as the battle bus takes off, and that is exactly what you guys do not want to do if you do want your first ever or one of your first ever solo wins. You guys want to stay in the air and on the battle bus for as long as it takes. You guys want to be the last ones off the battle bus, and you want to go to the last place that the battle bus goes over. In my case, it was Junk Junction. You guys want to stay on the battle bus for as long as you can, because that is the safest place for you to be in the beginning of the game. That is where nobody can hurt you or kill you off. And most players will jump off as soon as the battle bus takes off, or they will jump off to places like Tilted Towers, and they will finish each other off by the time you get onto land. So you guys want to stay on the battle bus for as long as you can, and try to go to places that are very far away from main locations. Your main goal is to not encounter many people straight off the start, because that is where most people die. Once you guys have landed, the first thing you want to do is scan the area, either by hearing or by looking around to see if there are any potential threats around you. This is very important, because by doing so, you will have a major advantage on your opponent. If you start shooting at them first, you do have a better chance of finishing them off. One mistake that a lot of players do is that they see their opponent, but they still continue to loot, and I'm completely against that, because if you guys do have a weapon that you are comfortable with, I do not see any reason not to just start fighting with them, because if you guys do get them out of the way first, you can comfortably eliminate them. The longer you wait to eliminate them, the better weapons they will have, and the harder it will be to kill them off. So if you guys do have a weapon that you are comfortable with and you see an opponent, just get rid of them straight off the start, as I did. I saw my opponent in this game first, and he's the only one that landed with me at Junk Junction, and as you guys can see, I was able to comfortably loot without him. A major component to this technique, however, is to not to get into any fights that you think you will not be able to win. What I mean by this is, if your opponent has a Scar and you only have a suppressed SMG or maybe a tac shotgun that's gray, you do not want to fight him. Avoid that player and continue playing. Do not fight with anybody who you think may be able to kill you. After you guys have taken out all potential threats that you think were easy kills and looted to the best of your ability, you guys want to head off as fast as you can to the border of the circle. What I mean by this, I do not want you guys to be rushing right into the middle of the circle, because that is the most dangerous place for you guys to be. But I do not want you guys to be in the wide open outside of the circle as well, because dying from the storm is legit the worst thing that can happen to you when you're doing good in a game. So as you guys can see, I am making my way into the border of the circle. What I mean by this is I'm in the outskirts of the safe zone. By doing this, you are protected from players that landed at places like Tilted Towers, like Dusty Depot, like Salty Springs, that have the best weapons. You are safe from them, but you are also safe from other players that landed in areas near you, because they will be coming out of the storm and they will be weak, and you will be able to finish them off and take their loot. So you want to be right in the border of the safe zone. Once you guys have gone to the right area, I want you guys to start making a hideout. Not a base, but a hideout. Your hideout should not be able to be seen by every player. This should only be seen by some players that walk nearby. And even if they do see you, it should be in a location where you can easily finish them off. As you guys can see, I used my editing of wood to my advantage. However, you are not only going to be camping, but you need to be camping smart. If you guys do see a player that has a grenade launcher or grenades, you automatically want to avoid them and pretend you are not there. You do not want to hurt them or interfere with any of their business. You're going to wait for them to leave your area before you do anything. And also, you guys cannot be on your phone while doing this technique, because it is very important for you to know when the storm reaches your point and a new circle is formed, because you guys want to be the first people to be in the border of the circle. As you guys can see, I took off immediately when the storm started. As you guys can see, I immediately took off into the next circle as soon as the storm reached my point, and I started bush camping. I do not really recommend this unless you guys know exactly how to bush camp. You want to choose a nice bush. I was an idiot and chose a really dumb bush that did not completely cover me, but I did have a green skin, which kind of helped. But again, you guys could find another base. I did not find any base near my area, so I started bush camping. As you guys can see, since I did choose a really bad bush, another player did find me, and I did have to engage in some fighting. But I was able to take this guy out. He was a really good player, but my blue pump came in handy, and I got my second kill. With only 13 people left, I've only gotten 2 kills, which is actually a lot. If you guys do follow this technique, you can win games with up to 0 kills, because you never know, players might RPG themselves, they might die from the storm if you guys never come out to fight them in the last few minutes, so you guys never know. After that fight, I continued to bush camp, and I made my way to the next circle, because it was time yet again to go into the border between another circle. Right after that fight, I did continue to move on ahead and go to the next border circle, and I was getting shot at, but as you guys can see, I did not engage because that person had a higher ground than me. He had RPGs, he had a better sniper, so everything was against me. I just avoided. I built around me, as you guys can see, and I just avoided and ran. That's exactly what you guys want to do. Do not take any fights you can't win. And at this point, I've done almost no work besides 2 kills and 2 very easy kills, and there are 8 people left. So I am making my way into the next circle border. Alright, now there were very little people left, 5 people left, and I was making my way into the next circle. And as you guys can see, I was making my way to the next circle through a narrow passage. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the area where the storm and the border of the circle come very close, that was the area I was taking to get to my next location. By doing this, you will be able to avoid a lot of people, so make sure to do that. And as you guys can see, there was so much fighting happening around me, but I kept my cool and I went as close to the storm as possible, because when you're in the top 10, guys, the storm is your best friend. You want to be near the storm, not in it, but you want to be very close to it, and especially when it is in such a great position like it was for me. And I just completely avoided everybody, and I went into the border of the circle. Now that I finally found a good place to make my hideout, it was near Pleasant Park in one of the houses, one of the garages, and this was a perfect area because I could see the center of the circle if I made my base here, and I could also be safe from anybody that wasn't coming out of the storm. And I literally just waited. I put down all my damage traps. I was so committed to win this. And this is where you wait once again, a lot of waiting, 4 people left, and I was super pumped. I wanted to just get out there and fight everybody, but for the sake of the video, I just hid in here like a little girl. So you guys want to be very alert and you want to wait, because in top 5 scenarios, literally 3 people can die because of a grenade launcher, and it will be a 1v1 position, and you want to be able to quickly snap, and you want to be able to fight within a second. So be alert and literally just wait. You need to wait for the perfect time. And I did get lucky. I was in the next circle as well. And if you guys are not once again in the next circle, you want to find a way to get into it while avoiding everybody, staying near the storm, and you want to be able to make a hideout and just wait. I cannot really say anything else. After waiting for a very long time, as soon as there were 3 people left, I knew that none of them knew where I was and they were fighting each other. I used complete advantage of my hideout and I waited for them to fight each other until one of them got very low and the other one died. And that's exactly what happened. It turned into a 2v2 situation. One of them was injured from the last fight and I was here with 200 health. I could have done so many things. I could have grenaded his base. I could have sniped him from my hideout, but I didn't. I took out my Scar and I just destroyed him. If I did not have my 200 health, I would have died, but we got the victory royale, boys and girls. Being smart with our plays, being careful of what we did when we weren't fighting, and we overall did very, very well with the hideouts that we chose, with the weapons that we accumulated, and it was an overall good game. If you guys do want to see more videos just like this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.